Hi, folks. This is going to be a raw moment of lots of reflection and some just kind of dumping. It's all focused on my own healing as a founding executive director and founder. And I am still reflecting on the one of my founding board members who has passed away. I'm coming into more grief around that and sadness because I really did care for this person, and I cared for them, and I felt really, really betrayed, and I felt like they just didn't have my back when they should have. And I definitely deserved more than what I was actually allotted in that moment. And I'm just kind of reflecting on that while also being sad for their passing, for their death. And I am thinking about that. And what's happening since the death is I'm recounting some of my memories of some really hard moments where I was dealing with some really unprofessional people who were just really unprofessional and toxic and disrespectful. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to recount some of those memories and really start to claim them for my own story, and then also really put some perspective on it from my perspective, where I just deserved better, and I deserved more adult behavior. I deserved a more of a maturity from people. I deserved more complexity from people, and I deserved more professionalism. And all of those were really lacking from people. And that does not mean that I didn't make mistakes. I absolutely did. And I would say so did other people. And I hope that they grow. I know I have. I've grown a lot, and I will continue to grow as a human being. But I'm going to be kind of reflecting on some of my experiences and not interpretations, but my experiences and what I lived through, and really to reclaim my story, because at the time I didn't get to have a voice, and that was so hard. It was so hard to not have a voice and be told that that was my job as the executive director, is to not speak up, is to not really put some perspective on it, and not tell people, you don't get to talk to me like that. You don't get to treat me like that. That is unacceptable, and I will not stand for that. And I was told that that's not what I could do. I think I also felt like that was not what I could do. And there's some of my own learning around that, and my own ability, or my own just reflection on how my ADHD and my RSD was dictating my own narrative in those moments, and a narrative of feeling really disempowered, really, really disempowered. Even though I was the founder and executive director, I was not claiming my power, and I was not. I was feeling very much disempowered, and I'm going to explore that as well, because that 100% had to do with my own ADHD and my RSD as well. So that's a little bit about what I've been thinking about and what I want to reflect on, and that I'm going to kind of settle or kind of sit with what I'm experiencing. And if I continue to re-traumatize myself, I'm not going to go there, because I'm not sure if that is really about healing. But if I'm able to really claim my voice when I felt like I didn't have one, and be able to really claim my narrative about what I deserved, and also where I think other people failed, And because what I've mostly been doing is reflecting on my own ways of where I could have learned and where I could have done better. And it's now time for me to reflect really on where other people could have done better and what I deserved in that moment. So thanks for joining my journey on this.